A lot of people know me as JayTheBarber, but a lot of people don't know the journey behind this clipper. This podcast is more about than just cutting hair. It's about life, discipline, struggle, and blessing, and becoming the man that God called me to be. Welcome to Chop It Up with Jay.
So I've come to know you as one of my best friends. Who is JayTheBarber? How did he get here?
Well, I was born in Dominican Republic.
Okay.
Came to America when I was 10 years old.
Right.
I grew up in New York.
How did you like the city?
As a child, it was fun. As a child, you like doing adventure stuff, and the cities it can be crazy.
Right.
But now, as a parent now, looking back, I probably will not like my children to grow up in the city. I joined the Army 2015.
So your time in the military, how long were you in there?
I served for 9 years.
What was your favorite part of it?
If I had to be honest with you, my favorite part of the military was able to, I have a few, I could say, being able to travel to different countries, being stationed around the world.
Yeah.
That's one.
Where's your favorite place you were stationed?
Well, most of my time I spent 6 years in Fort Bragg here in North Carolina and 3 years in Germany. So Germany definitely has a special place in my heart.
Yeah. What's it like?
Germany, bro, is really it's a beautiful country where it's like if you like mountain scenery and kind of like relax, kick back.
So I'm sure the military taught you a lot about being a man in life. What did the military leave in you?
It made me appreciate the smaller stuff in life. Like for example, a bed or a hot meal.
Right.
A lot of people don't appreciate stuff like that until it's taken away.
I'm sure you came out with a lot more disciplined view on life. How has that impacted you outside of cutting and also accomplishing your goals and just enjoying the little things?
Military push you to where you place that you never thought you was capable of doing. Like, I'm gonna give you one example. I didn't know I was capable to jump out of the plane, but the military pushed me to do it, and it made me. So now when there's obstacles in front of my life, like I push forward because I know your body could do a lot more than what you think is capable of.
I like the parts in our lives that we learn the most about ourselves.
I think great men, great women are built through tough time because they get to learn, appreciate a lot more life, and when they know the sacrifice that you had to go through to make it to the top.
What was it like getting out of the military? Did you really have a plan or direction, or were you just kind of making it up as you went?
So the transition back to the civilian was hard. When you're in the military, everything is set up for you already. You know what time you gotta get up. You know what time you gotta go work out, do PT. You know what time you gotta be in your formation. Everything is set up for you already. You have a structure.
Yeah.
So people still mess it up. Trust me, but it's incredible.
Yeah.
But once you get out, now you gotta figure out. Oh, it's like you newborn again. You
get all this freedom and
you don't know what to do because for the past 9 years they've been telling me what to do.
Right.
And now I get out and I don't know how to act. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to start.
So what were your plans of action when you got out of the military? What did you do? Was this your first career choice, or did you have to figure it out?
No, barber was not my first career choice. So I had a friend who was supposed to get me a job lined up before getting out. So I was depending on that. That didn't work out. So after panic, I was living in the Fort Bragg area. I was looking for a job and I didn't got hired. So the only job that hired me, it was a job over here as a battery technician for forklift and charger technicians. and here in Charlotte. So I made that move from Fort Bragg to we relocate over here, and I thought it was gonna be a good idea because I got my mom over here in Gastonia, so be closer to mom and family.
Absolutely.
But one thing that I didn't put into mind was that working as a battery technician, you work alone all day, and you working on 8 to 10 hour shift. And me coming from the military where I'm in charge, or I'm used to having the camaraderie, having a team, having a squad, joking around and talking, to working alone, it was getting my mental. Being a barber was something I wanted to do when COVID hit, and I never pursued it. But after I got out, I decided to do it. I decided to go back to school, start over again, because I value more the having a balance with a family, not just always working. I think having a balance in life is very important for your mental health.
How do you find that camaraderie now in your day-to-day life, or not just the camaraderie, but the work-life balance? I know you're passionate about what you do.
So, if I have to be honest with you, the barber journey has been tough in a way that not physically tough, but mentally tough. Because before becoming a barber, I never touched a clipper before going to school. So building the self-esteem, saying that I could do it after messing up, because let's be real, as a new barber, you're gonna mess up a lot, and it's fine. And I knew that going in, but still not easy to process, to continue building that confidence after you keep messing up. You mess up, and you guys still tell yourself, trust the process on the beginning. And it's hard to build clientele at the beginning because you're still a rookie, you're still learning, and it's hard to build a clientele when your work is not like your teacher or those people that have been barbering for years already, and you gotta respect that they have put their time. You know, here we call it the 1528 journey, which is for us to go to school and do 1528 hours for us to be able to go take the state board test. And that 1528 journey is different for everybody.
Absolutely.
The same way that the military, everybody has a different experience. Everybody's journey is different. I can relate to the barber world because that 1528 is gonna be different for everybody. Everybody's gonna have the bump, Some people don't finish, some people get some situation, and I think the most common one that I see is people doubting themselves just because of one bad haircut they do, and that brings the whole morale down. And man, I think it happened to everybody. If it doesn't happen to you, I think you're lying, because you don't get born knowing everything.
So it's a part of life.
It's part of life, and it's part in every craft or every job you go to. In the beginning phase, you're gonna mess up.
So one thing I've realized in barbering is you see all walks of life at every different stage of life. Right? So what do you call this stage your life?
I think this is the stage of life I will call it growth, because it's like when you plant the seed.
Right.
I planted the seed by signing up for barber school, and right now I'm in the stage that it's my first year as a barber, and now I'm starting to see the growth from that seed that I planted. I'm getting better with time, I'm not perfect by all. I think nobody's perfect. But what this journey had taught me is to you gotta be mental strong with this, because you're gonna come in contact with all different type of people. And what I meant, like all different type of people, people who have positive attitude, people who got negative attitude, people who are gonna come, with angry and stuff like that. You gotta learn how to deal with people. And I love talking to people, so I don't think that's been an issue with me. And one thing that has helped me a lot too is my personality. I don't let I don't let negative energy get to me. And trust me, I have people where they have said negative stuff about my haircut. And if you weak mentally, you will let that thing take you down. You never cut hair again. But you gotta kill people with kind and love. You gotta take all those negative and make something positive out of it. Yes, sir. Woo. You stayed through and watched the whole thing. Thank you for supporting Chopping It Up with Jay. This is only the beginning. We got a lot more story, a lot more lesson, and hopefully a lot more growth together. If you would like to be a guest in a future episode, please send me a DM. I would love to hear your story. And don't forget to subscribe and share the podcast. Much love, and let's chop it up with Jay. Till the next one.